Perfect summer day. Families scattered across the grass, the sound of children laughing, dogs barking, and a distant ice cream truck playing its jingle. Missy and Quinn sit on a checkered blanket, a picnic spread between them. Sandwiches, fruit, a bottle of wine that's definitely against park rules. In the distance, Louie and Chris throw a football back and forth with the enthusiasm of two people who have no idea how to throw a football. Quinn pops a grape into her mouth, watching Missy, who is staring at nothing, just staring.
Earth to Missy. Come in, Missy.
Missy blinks and focuses.
What?
All right, what's going on?
What do you mean?
You've been quiet for the last few days. Like you're processing something. It's like you're a computer doing a decade-long equation. I keep expecting you to overheat and shut down.
I'm fine.
You've said, I'm fine, 17 times since we got here. That's not fine. That's the opposite of fine.
Quinn's phone buzzes on the blanket between them. She glances at the screen, her expression tightening for just a moment before she flips the phone face down.
Who's that? That's like your 20th text today.
It's my dad.
Your dad? Since when is he texting you?
Since this morning, apparently. He's urgently trying to get in touch with me, and I'm trying to ignore his texts, but he won't take the message. He keeps trying harder.
The phone buzzes again. Quinn doesn't even look at it this time.
Maybe you should call one of your siblings? See what's going on?
I'll do it later.
Quinn.
Later, Missy. I came here to spend time with you. Not deal with my father's sudden need for attention after 6 months of radio silence.
She picks up her wine glass and takes a long drink, clearly closing the subject. Missy watches her, concerned, but doesn't push. A little boy, maybe 3 years old, toddles over, clutching a bright red ball. He is adorable. Messy hair, gap-toothed smile, grass stains on his knees. He stops in front of Quinn, holding out the ball with both hands like he's presenting treasure. Quinn's face lights up. She sets down her wine and stands, brushing off her jeans.
For me? Well, thank you.
She takes the ball, winds up dramatically like a major league pitcher, complete with exaggerated leg lift, and tosses it gently back to him. The kid squeals with delight, catches it, just barely, and runs back towards his parents, stumbling over his own feet. Quinn watches him go, hand over her heart.
How cute was he?
Until you see them poop. Then not so cute. It's like a biological warfare situation. You need a hazmat suit and therapy.
Quinn's smile drops.
Thanks for ruining that.
Just being realistic.
In the distance, Chris throws the ball directly into a tree, and Louie doubles over laughing. A family-friendly restaurant. Crayons on the table, sticky menus, that distinct smell of chicken nuggets, and regret. Chris and Louie sit at a booth, already halfway through their meals. Louie has ketchup on his shirt, and Chris is stealing fries from his plate. Missy enters with Quinn trailing behind. Quinn looks pissed. Her jaw is set, arms crossed, walking 3 steps behind Missy like she's being escorted to prison. In the far corner, a kid around 5 is having a full meltdown, throwing crayons, kicking the booth, screaming like he's being murdered.
Well, you ladies took your time. We're about to get a search party going.
Well, your mom is being a dick.
I am not being a dick. You are.
The screaming kid in the corner reaches a new octave. His parents look like they're contemplating abandonment.
See? This is what happens when you have kids. They think they can abuse you anytime they want. That child is basically a tiny domestic terrorist.
Hey, I wasn't abusive. Was I, Dad?
You were spirited.
Excuse me, I had to have nipple surgery because you bit me so hard during breastfeeding. The doctor said he'd never seen damage like that outside of a shark attack.
Louis goes pale. Chris chokes on his water.
Ma, we're in public.
Also, that's the reason you have no brothers or sisters. I didn't want history to repeat itself. One nipple-destroying child was enough. Thank you very much.
Can we get the check immediately?
Why is it that every time you see a kid, or we even talk about kids, you say something horrible about them? It's like you hate them or something.
I just think they should be avoided. They're nuclear to me. Radioactive. I need protective gear just to be near them.
Quinn shakes her head and stands abruptly.
I'm going to the bathroom. Excuse me.
She walks away, her back rigid with anger. The table falls silent. Chris and Louis exchange looks. Since when did you hate kids? You babysat your nieces and nephews last week and you couldn't stop talking about them. You sent me 14 photos in 1 hour.
You also bought them matching outfits and wrote a poem about childhood wonder.
That was different.
How was that different? Missy doesn't answer. Her face does something complicated. Guilt, fear, and panic all mixed together.
Oh my God, Quinn said something about wanting kids, didn't she?
Missy's face confirms it. Oh, instead of having an adult conversation about it, you're, what? Pretending to hate children? That's your fucking strategy?
I need air.
You're outside! You're already in air!
Missy ignores him and heads for the exit. Soft afternoon light filters through the windows. Children's laughter fills the space. Missy sits on the floor doing makeup on her niece Chrissy, who is 6. Sits perfectly still like she's at a spa. Missy applies lipstick with the precision of a surgeon. On the couch, Quinn reads a picture book to nephew Josh, who's 4. He's curled up against her side, thumb in mouth, completely entranced.
And the dragon said, I may breathe fire, but I have feelings too.
Josh giggles, and Quinn kisses the top of his head.
See, this is what family is for me. Spending time with the most precious people in your life.
She smooths Josh's hair, smiling softly.
I'd like to have this one day, for myself.
Missy freezes, the lipstick hovers midair. In her mind, an alarm bell rings, loud, jarring, like a nuclear warning siren.
You're always pretty, sweetie.
But her hand shakes slightly as she caps the lipstick. And that's the end of the flashback. Louis stabs at his fries with a fork, lies on the bathroom door where Quinn disappeared. Chris nurses his coffee, looking like he had already known how this movie ends. The screaming kid in the corner is finally quieted down. His parents look like they've aged about 10 years.
So she wants a family one day. Why is that a big deal? You're a couple, very much in love. It's natural, the next step, right? Right, Dad?
It's not that easy, son.
Well, actually, it is that easy, Dad. What scares me is the fact that Mom isn't willing to have that chat with Quinn if that's not something she wants to do.
He picks up a fry, points it at Chris like a tiny accusatory finger.
She's always telling me, Louis, if something bothers you, you should speak to someone about it. But she's not willing to do the work herself for someone she actually loves. It's pretty damn sad.
I think I raised a genius.
You didn't raise me. Mom did. You just paid for things and occasionally showed up for soccer games.
I showed up for most soccer games. Like 60% at least.
Try 40. I counted.
Missy returns to the table, sliding back into the booth with the energy of someone heading to their own execution.
Look, I do love her, and I want to make her happy.
She fidgets with her napkin, tearing tiny pieces off the edge.
I'm just not sure being a parent is something I want to do again.
Wow, thanks, Ma. Really feeling the love here.
Louis, you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Better than winning the cruise vacation in 2019?
Yes, better than the cruise.
She hesitated.
Oh, I heard the hesitation.
But you have to realize, growing up and raising you wasn't easy for your dad and me. We had to find babysitters while paying the mortgage, paying bills, sending you to private school when we discovered you were a genius.
Which, to be fair, was pretty obvious. I was reading Dostoevsky at age 7.
You also ate sand until you were 9. So let's not get too cocky.
I was testing geological composition.
The point is, it wasn't easy. I just felt like when I got to this stage of my life, I'd be...
She trails off, staring at the shredded napkin in her hands.
What?
I don't want to say it.
You might as well tell him. Missy takes a deep breath.
That I'd be free and in control of my life.
The word free hangs in the air like a grenade.
I love Quinn, but I don't think I can ever settle down with her. Not if it means starting over with diapers and daycare and all of it again.
The bathroom door opens. Quinn stands there, purse in hand, frozen. Her face makes it clear that she heard every word. Everyone at the table turns to look at her.
Good to know.
She grabs her handbag from the booth and walks towards the exit with quick, purposeful steps.
Quinn, I didn't...
But she doesn't finish. Doesn't move. Just stands there awkwardly, half in, half out of the booth, like a broken mechanical doll. Quinn pushes through the door and disappears into the parking lot. Missy sinks back into her seat. You know, this would be the time to go after her. Missy doesn't move. She looks at the table like it holds the answers to the universe.
Mom, you have to go after her. What are you doing here? Why are you still sitting here?
What do I even say?
How about I'm sorry, or I love you, or literally anything other than sitting here like a haunted mannequin?
Up. Now. Go. He practically pushes her towards the door. Missy stumbles forward, then finally, her brain seems to engage. She runs for the exit. Louie and Chris watch her go.
Should I call Quinn and tell her Mom didn't need a word of that?
We can't get involved in this, son.
But Mom's clearly having a mental breakdown and Quinn thinks she doesn't want to be with her.
We can offer Quinn and Missy our personal advice on how we'd handle a situation, but we can't offer suggestive ideas of what they should do. It has to come from them.
Well, that's very mature and wise, and I hate it.
Welcome to adulthood. It's fucking terrible here.
I really hope they work this out.
Me too, kid. Me too. They sit in heavy silence. The screaming kid in the corner starts up again.
Maybe Mom has a point about children.
Hey, don't you start.
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories, unforgettable chemistry, and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peary, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
Sterile white walls, the steep beep of a heart monitor. Medical charts clipped to the end of the bed. David Sugar sits propped up against pillows, an IV line running into his arm. Two doctors, one older, one younger, stand at his bedside with serious expressions and clipboards.
Mr. Sugar, as I was saying, the tests show significant blockages in 3 major arteries. We need to schedule surgery as soon as...
But David wasn't listening. His eyes are locked on his phone, thumbs scrolling through a text thread with Quinn. The screen shows message after message, all from him, all unanswered. Quinn, please call me. We need to talk. It's important. Please, sweetheart. At the top of the thread is Quinn's contact photo, her laughing at something off camera. Younger, happier before everything fell apart.
Mr. Sugar, are you hearing what we're saying?
David blinks, finally looking up.
How long do I have if I don't do the surgery?
The doctors exchange a glance.
Weeks, maybe a month, but Mr. Sugar, then I don't have time to sit here.
He rips the blood pressure cuff off his arm with a loud Velcro tear, starts pulling at the IV tape.
Sir, you can't leave. We need to prep you for...
I need to see my daughter. Mr. Sugar, you're in no condition to... Get out of my way!
He pulls the IV out himself, winces as blood wells up at the insertion point, grabs a tissue from the bedside table and presses it to his arm.
Get the car.
The driver nods once and exits.
If you leave now, you'll be doing so against medical advice. We can't be responsible.
I don't care. I've been spending my whole life being responsible, making the right choices. And where did it get me?
He looks at his phone. Again, still no reply from Quinn.
Alone in a hospital room with a 35% chance of survival.
He grabs his jacket from the chair, shoves his feet into his shoes without trying them, and walks towards the door. The doctors don't try to stop him this time. Quinn drives with one hand gripping the wheel too tightly, knuckles white. The other hand holds an iced coffee she hasn't taken a sip from in 20 minutes, condensation dripping onto her jeans. Her eyes are red-rimmed, mascara smudged beneath them. She's been crying, trying to stop, but failing. Pop music plays slowly from the speakers, but it sounds hollow and wrong.
I don't think I can be the person who gives it to you.
She wipes at her eyes with the back of her hand, smearing the mascara even worse. Her phone sits in the cup holder, screen lighting up repeatedly with incoming texts. Buzz, buzz, buzz. She flinches at each vibration like it's a physical blow.
Of course, because this day wasn't bad enough.
She glances down at a red light. The lock screen shows multiple notifications, all from Andrew, her brother. She sniffs, picks up the phone with a trembling hand, and swipes to read.
Please talk to Dad. He really needs to see you. Please don't blow him off. Quinn, I'm serious. It's important. Please.
Quinn's jaw tightens, a tear rolls down her cheek. She lets out a short, bitter laugh that sounds more like a sob.
Now it's important. Now he needs me. Perfect timing, Andrew. Really perfect.
She wipes her face again, smearing more mascara. She looks at herself in the rearview mirror and sees the mess she's become. Quickly looks away. The light turns green. The car behind her honks. Quinn tosses the phone back into the cup holder harder than necessary, and it bounces and nearly falls to the floor. It buzzes again. Immediately, another text from Andrew.
Stop. Just stop.
She reaches down, hands shaking, holding the power button until the screen goes dark and switches the phone off completely.
There. Peace and quiet.
but her hands are still trembling. She sets down the coffee in the cup holder, realizing she's gripping the steering wheel so hard her fingers ache, and takes a shaky breath.
She doesn't want me. After everything, she doesn't want me.
Her voice cracks on the last word. Fresh tears spill over. She turns up the music, some upbeat pop song about being happy and free, and it's so wrong, so painfully ironic that she almost laughs. Instead, she accelerates down the road, blinking hard to clear her vision. In the rearview mirror, if she'd looked, she might have seen a black Range Rover 3 cars back, following at a careful distance. But she doesn't look. She's too busy trying to keep herself from falling apart. Quinn's modest sedan turns onto the street. She's gripping the steering wheel tight, trying to punch the slow process into her struck disaster. And she sees it, a gleaming black Range Rover with tinted windows parked in Missy's driveway. The kind of car that costs more than most people's houses.
Oh, what now?
She parks on the street, kills the engine, and sits there for a moment, debating whether to just drive away and never come back. The Range Rover's door opens. David Sugar, 65, steps out. Expensive suit, silver hair, the kind of commanding presence that comes from decades of telling people what to do. But something's off. He moves carefully like his joints hurt. His face lights up when he sees Quinn. A driver, mid-40s, stands stone-faced and silent after he emerges from the driver's side. Sits at attention, watching David with the intensity of a Secret Service agent expecting an assassination attempt.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Quinn gets out of her car slowly like she's approaching a wild animal.
Dad, what are you...
I'm out.
Out of what? Prison? Rehab? A cult?
Office. I quit. I'm now free.
He spreads his arms wide like he's expecting applause.
Free to do what?
Build a life with my daughter.
Quinn actually laughs, a bitter, sharp sound.
Didn't seem too interested in building a life with me before you came to this decision, so forgive me for not wanting to try it now.
Quinn, come on. I was building something to give you and your siblings. For a future.
Dad, you had way more money long before we were born, and you ran for Senate. You wanted power, and now that you see it's ended in nothing, you've magically convinced yourself we're what you need.
The driver shifts slightly, eyes locked on David like he's monitoring vital signs.
Come on, sweetie. I've always loved you and tried to be there for you. You know this.
Actually, I don't, and I'd like for you to leave.
Chris's car turns onto the street at that exact moment. He parks behind Quinn's car, gets out, and immediately reads the tension.
Hey, what's going on?
Chris, meet David.
I'm her father.
In title only, not reality.
David's hand drops. His face crumples slightly. He looks down at his shoes. Expensive Italian leather, recently polished. His watch buzzes. A fancy smartwatch with multiple alerts flashing. David fumbles in his jacket pocket, pulls out a prescription pill bottle. His hands shake slightly as he tries to open the childproof cap. Chris notices, immediately moves to his car, grabs a bottle of water from the cup holder, and tosses it to David. David barely catches it, twists it open, pops 2 pills, and swallows.
Are you okay? You're turning pale. Like ghost pale, like I've seen a Victorian painting with more color pale. Yes, perfectly fine.
But he is visibly not fine. His skin has gone gray, sweat beads on his forehead despite the mild weather.
Would you like to come in for a drink? Some water? Maybe a lie down?
Actually, he was just leaving.
There are things I'd like to say.
Well, say them to someone else who cares. Maybe try therapy. I hear it works wonders for absentee fathers.
Alright, seriously, you don't look so good.
David sways, a full-body tilt like a tree about to fall. Chris lunges forward, catching him by the elbow just before he topples over. The driver swoops in with the efficiency of a man who's done this before, and he takes David's weight from Chris, supporting him with one arm around his back.
Sir, we should go.
No, I need to sit down. Just for a moment.
The driver looks at Quinn. It's the first time he's made eye contact with anyone. His expression says, "Please help."
Dad, is everything okay?
Yes, I just need to sit down. Inside, please.
The driver starts walking him towards Missy's front door. David leans on him heavily.
Call your brother and sisters. Do an internet search. I don't think your dad is healthy.
What am I searching for?
David Sugar health. David Sugar resignation. Anything. Quinn's fingers fly across her screen. She taps a contact, probably one of the siblings, and lifts the phone to her ear.
Marcus, it's me. Is Dad sick?
She pauses. Her face goes white.
How long have you known?
Chris watches her, then looks at David being helped at the porch steps by his driver.
Oh, this day just keeps getting better.
The golden hour light filters through the windows, casting long shadows across the room. It should be beautiful, instead it feels ominous. Quinn sits on the couch perfectly still, her hands folded in her lap, eyes focused on nothing. 2 packed suitcases sit by the front door. Chris stands in the corner by the kitchen, arms crossed, jaw tight. Looks like he wants to say something, but is physically restraining himself. Missy paces back and forth, and again back and forth, her shoes making soft thuds on the hardwood floor.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said, about wanting a family, about the future.
Quinn doesn't respond. She doesn't even blink.
And I think I need to be honest with you. Really honest.
She takes a deep breath and resumes pacing.
I love you. I do. You have to know that. But when I think about starting over, diapers, sleepless nights, PTA meetings, the whole thing, I can't.
Quinn's expression doesn't change. It's like watching someone carved from ice.
I've spent 17 years raising Louie. 17 years of putting myself second. My career, my dreams, my entire identity became Louie's mom. And I loved it. I did. But when he left for college, I finally felt like I could breathe again.
She stops in front of Quinn, searching her face for any reaction.
I thought I'd be free. I thought I'd get to discover who Missy is when she's not somebody's mother. And now you want kids, and
Her voice cracks slightly.
I can't do it again. I can't go back to that. I worked so hard to get here, to this version of myself, and the thought of losing her again terrifies me.
Chris shifts uncomfortably, eyes darting between them. Looks like he's watching a car crash in slow motion.
I know what you want. A family, a future, someone who can give you that picture-perfect life. And I want you to have that. I want you to be happy, but I don't think
She swallows hard.
I can be the person who gives it to you.
Silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. Quinn finally moves, just barely. A small nod.
Okay.
Okay?
You don't want this. I understand.
She walks to the door, picks up one of the suitcases.
Wait, Quinn, we should talk about this. We should...
You just did. You talked, I listened.
But I need to make sure you understand.
I understand perfectly. You want to be free, and I don't fit into that freedom.
That's not... I didn't mean it like...
It's fine, Missy. Really. You were honest. That's what you wanted, right? Honesty?
She opens the front door. The afternoon light floods in, making her silhouette look almost ethereal.
I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Quinn, please.
But Quinn is already gone, the door closing softly behind her. Missy stands there frozen, staring at the closed door. Chris doesn't move for a long moment, just stands there, arms still crossed, looking at Missy with an expression somewhere between pity and fury.
Are you done?
I had to tell her the truth. She deserves...
Her father has a heart condition.
Missy blinks.
What?
Her father has a heart condition. He's going into life or death surgery tomorrow morning. There's a 65% chance he's not gonna make it out alive.
The color drains from Missy's face.
What?
He showed up today to reconcile with her, to make amends before he potentially dies. She spent the last 3 hours at the hospital with him, her siblings, and a team of doctors discussing end-of-life care.
Oh my God.
And then she comes home to this. To you, telling her you don't want a future with her. To you breaking up with her because you're scared of fucking commitment.
I didn't know.
Of course you didn't know. Because you were too busy spiraling about yourself to ask her what the hell was wrong. Did you notice her bag's already packed? Did you ever fucking wonder why?
I thought she was leaving because of the restaurant, because of what I said about...
She was packing to stay at the hospital, Missy. To be with her father. But instead you give her a 20-minute monologue how you don't want to be tied down.
Missy covers her mouth with her hand, tears streaming down her face.
Her father, the man who abandoned her, who kicked her out, who she's been estranged from, is potentially dying. She was finally getting the chance to maybe make peace with him. To have one last conversation. To say goodbye.
Chris!
You know what she did? She sat there, silent. Didn't say a word about what she was going through. Just let you dump her. Because even in the middle of the worst day of her life, she didn't want to guilt you into staying with her.
I have to go after her. I have to apologize.
She runs out the door, throws it open. Outside, Quinn's car is already pulling out of the driveway, taillights disappearing down the street.
Quinn! Wait!
But the car doesn't stop. Doesn't even slow down. Missy stands on the porch, one hand gripping the doorframe, watching the car turn the corner and vanish. Chris appears behind her.
She's gone, Missy.
Where is she going? The hospital? I can meet her there.
I don't know. She didn't say. She might go to the hospital, might go to a hotel, she might get on a plane and never come back.
What have I done?
You broke the heart of the woman you love on the worst damn day of her life.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
I know you didn't, but Missy, you've been so caught up in your own fear that you stopped seeing her. You stopped asking questions. You stopped paying attention.
What do I do?
You wait. Give her space, and if she comes back, you grovel like you've never groveled before.
What if she doesn't come back?
Chris doesn't answer. Just looks down the empty street where Quinn's car disappeared.
Then you live with it.
He turns and walks back into the house, leaving Missy sitting alone on the porch steps as the sun sets and the shadows grow longer. Missy pulls out her phone, types out a text. "I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Please call me." She hits send and watches the screen. The message shows as delivered. Then, after a moment, read. But no reply comes. Missy hugs her knees to her chest and cries as the streetlights flicker on, one by one.
And And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alcy Carver, Alyssa Bowers, Emerson Peary, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joe M. Nisita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.